Multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about how to do a moon ritual. Yes, a moon ritual. Yes, moon is basically your mother. And without your mother, you can't come into this world. Without your mother, you can't bring things into existence. Feel me? Your father always gonna shine, yo. And your mother physical body always gonna shine. But if your mother ain't there to bring that shine and that moon together, then you can't be birthed. And of course, what is the moon? The moon brings manifestations into existence. Feel me? Which is the unseen being brought through the light. Feel me? Now look, the whole purpose of basically doing moon rituals is to basically know about astrology. Because once you get into astrology, you will get a fully understanding and overstanding, and not an understanding which is stand under of things. We're to the point where you would know how to utilize these energies and basically play it into your best pursuits. Because you can have a whole lot of people that's all into that whole voodoo mysticism, on the whatever which way you want to prescribe it. Of course, voodoo will basically be the logical side of things, which is basically how people initiate and create circumstances and situations to play out through their day-to-day life. You need to understand and understand that if you're not following the trend of where the moon is at in the skies, then you're going to basically be attracting opposing energies, and you're going to be initiating and creating circumstances and situations where you're going to basically be bringing in stargates of opposing spirits to come inhabit you. And that's going to basically add weight and bring your mentality, bring your energies lower into density, which where you'll be getting attacked by a whole lot of energies and a whole lot of spirits that's basically here to experience where they once was in a certain lifespan. So you don't want to basically be doing that. Feel me? That's like going outside in 10-degree weather with no coat. And basically, if you're not wearing that coat, you're going to experience some opposing temperature energies. And of course, if you're experiencing that shit, then things is not going to be playing into your favor. Whereas where we get to the whole purpose of moon rituals. Because if you don't know where the fuck the moon is at, and you out here doing certain rituals and shit, and you're not acting out in nature, things is not going to manifest for you. You're going to basically be brought up with a whole lot of upbeat and a whole lot of anger, because things didn't play out into your favor. But if you was following the moon and you knew where the moon was at, things will play into your favor in many ways, shapes, and forms, in ways you wouldn't imagine, in mysterious ways. So of course, that's the whole purpose of knowing thyself and basically getting into astrology. Alright, now first thing first, the moon is what you receive internally. And of course, your sun is basically your physical, which is your conscious, which is the way you push out things. Your subconscious is basically within you, which is something that you can't see, which is basically is not an object, is not a shape, it's not a form, but basically it's an unseen. But you can feel these things, and it's called intuition. You're gonna have initiative and creative ways of basically prescribing this. And don't get it mixed in. We all got these energies. We all share these elements. Because if that's the case, if we didn't share these elements, we wouldn't be able to basically utilize these things or be utilized by them. So the whole purpose of doing moon rituals is you either gonna play out in these natures, or these natures and other spirits and other deities is gonna basically play out through you and utilize you as a blood vessel and suck you dry. And of course, that goes to show we in the moon. Basically, right now we in the moon. The moon is located in Scorpio. So Scorpio is dealing with fixed water, initiating, creating new transformation, new rebirth, new generation, and new circumstances and situations to play out into your natures. So what you would basically be doing is behind the scenes acts on what you're going to be initiating and creating for the next circumstance situation to play out into your nature, as far as hidden things that's being placed out through manipulation, occult mysticism, that deals with that kind of realm and stuff. And that's dealing with Pluto. Pluto is underworld. So basically you'll be doing things under the scenes, behind the scenes, and not basically expressing these things. You're gonna push it out, but you're not gonna be exposing all the waters and lights on what you're gonna be initiating and creating. So whatever you're doing, as far as what you want to manifest, you need to be doing that behind the scenes. Don't tell nobody about it. Don't share it. Don't express it. You just basically do it behind your scenes. You put the curtains over it, and you display on what you want to basically utilize and push out. But let's start from the head to the feet. So first, if the moon is in Aries, that's governing the head. So that's dealing with new ideas, new concepts, new ways to initiate and create, new ways to basically come with a new way of explaining things, new way of pushing out things, a new way of prescribing things. So this is basically changing things up, switching things up, and acting out in your own fiery natures. Now, two, when we dealing with Taurus, this is basically dealing with stability. This is dealing with earth. This is dealing with fixated ways. So this is basically being practicalizing. This is basically setting things up and basically having some home and security into your natures. And of course, when you receive these energies, you will get a new script on what you want to do, on how you want to utilize these energies in your way, and push it out and express it towards people, places, and things. And then when you're being consistent, these things will start growing. Because basically you got to plant the seed first into these 2.5 day rituals where you do them where the moon rotates and go into each sign. You have to do this on a day-to-day basis. And for me, the moon don't stop shining, the sun don't stop shining, so you cannot stop shining. So if you stop shining, then of course your seed not gonna grow. You're not watering it. It's not moving. It's being fixated. It's basically being stagnated. You don't want that. You gotta basically be pushing and moving and getting things flowing and going. And of course, when the moon is in Gemini, this is the time to interact with people, places, and things. This is the time to basically come up with new ideas, read things, get into books, and coming up with new pursuits, and basically expressing things throughout your surroundings and locations. For me, some signs are good with doing this in a mutable way and adapting to these natures, and some signs are not. But if you're not basically doing this, you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of opportunities and circumstances and situations to play out into your natures. Now, when the moon is in Cancer, this is basically dealing with like the I care energy. So basically you would be in the need to basically care about things as far as your personal values, your personal needs, your car. For me, go do a car wash or something. Say, write down, I will wash my car, I will care for my car, and basically write down what you would basically be doing it for. Of course, the moon is in Cancer, so you're going to be basically playing out in these natures, and it's going to play out in that pursuit, as long as you act out in those natures. And this also can play out in ties to where you care about a person or a place or a thing in your life, and of course you would write that shit down. Or this is the time to basically care, clean up your home and something like that, to the point where you might just meet somebody and they'll be like, oh, this is a nice place, nice thing. Can I rent here? Can I live here? For me, I'll pay you money. But of course, if your house dirty as fuck, how you gonna receive the money? For me, that's just a prime example. But the universe works in many mysterious ways, so always be prepared. That's basically it. Also, if you basically doing the moon ritual in Leo, you would basically express yourself in a dramatic way. For me, do some crazy dances and shit, or just do something for free energy. As far as like you just express yourself and be in a child. We all got our childish ways in dealing with Leo energy, so this is basically what you would do. And of course, if you want to be the center of attention, you want to be you want to be sensitized into a house or fixated in your house, you would act out on these natures, and you would basically keep doing this so it can play out. If the moon is in Virgo, this is ways of analyzing things, having details, and basically, being organized with things as far as what you want to see and what you want to basically bring out into pursuits and into your natures. So this is the energies that you would act out. And if the moon is in Libra, you will relate to people, places, and things. Whether you agree to the terms and conditions of being friendly with this person or this person being an enemy, you just basically just be like, oh, hey, or help them, hold the door for them or some shit like that. This is basically you playing out in these energies. So basically, don't worry about y'all past experiences. Worry about, okay, I'm going to use this as an advantage to basically bring some peace, harmony, and balance into my life. And that's how you would basically do it. Whether you do it with somebody you cool with, whether you do it with somebody you're not cool with, or a stranger, this will play out in many ways, shapes, and forms. Universe works in mysterious ways. So, of course, if you basically reaping the benefits of the doubts of acting out in these natures, you're going to receive coins and golds and rewards. And that's basically dealing with materialistic natures. Feel me? Or you might just go out your way for somebody and make sure you're in good natures. Also, if the moon is in, I already said Scorpio, so that's basically dealing with like hidden agendas and shit like that, manipulation behind the scenes. Feel me? And when we dealing with Sagittarius, this is basically being open for new conversations, because this is dealing with wisdom, faith, and travel. So basically, somebody just by them talking to you and explaining certain things, just because it's something that may not resonate with you or relate to you, that don't mean you be naive. I mean, you want to be open to this information, because remember, energy is key. So if you receive an energy, you could take this energy and travel somewhere with it, get information from somewhere with it. So this is not the time to basically be naive. This is time to be open and express yourself with people, places, and things. So these things can work out into your favor. So of course, it's a good time to go places, indulge with people, places, and things. For me, because you never know. Like, things are just happen into your life. I mean, you just having a conversation with this person. Something can play out into an aspect where you needed this to happen in order for you to get from point A to point B. So never be naive about certain shit that happens. Never be naive about somebody doing certain things. You feel me? This shit happens for a reason. Feel me? These are key aspects. Feel me? Just like how your dreams, where you need to connect the dots, you need to connect the puzzle and basically muzzle and get down with the program. So shit can play out to your favor. Also, when you're dealing with Moon and Capricorn, this is dealing with status, stability, practicality, and basically talking about what you want to do and what you want to manifest. And you will basically be pushing this and have limitations and restrictions and boundaries with people, places, and things, and starting and initiating new ways of being constructive about what you want to build and what you want to basically bring into existence. So it's a good time to relate this to people, places, and things, and basically push this out. Because once you get attention shine on your aspects, things will basically start growing. Whether you want to grow, have a business, or have a pursuit going on, it's a good time to do this. So a lot of people may not play out in these natures, but this is a good chance, opportunity to play out in these natures, so things can grow for you also. Also, when you're doing Moon and Aquarius, this is basically dealing with association, humanitarian, and helping out people that's in need, for me, and relating to people. So this is a good time to basically get your hands dirty, get your feet dirty, and relate to people that's in need, and to come up with new ideas and visionary pursuits and visionary goals to basically push out there, for me. So this, of course, being weird, because like, you gotta play out these weird energies, for me, because this is dealing with, rebellious revolution and coming together. And of course, when you got Pisces, the Moon in Pisces, this is dealing with ways of pondering, thinking, the communication, imagination, coming up with your own ideas and concepts about things. So this is a good time to basically do this. So it's going to be a hard time, especially if you're dealing with the logic signs, because they some certain signs just like to act without doing, just being impulsive. But this is a time that you have your own imagination, come up with your own pursuits. For me, meditation, clairvoyance, clarity. This is a good time to utilize that when you're doing the Moon ritual and coming up with new ways of being talented and coming out with things to go into your pursuit. So that's pretty much like how you're supposed to act out in these natures. And the better you do this, universe and God will work with you in mysterious ways you wouldn't imagine for it to basically happen. So it's all about having a strong will and a strong consistency and a strong mentality. So the better you do this, the better things will basically work out. And that's pretty much it. And that's how you do a Moon ritual, for me. get with the program.